I'm Tally, and though I may not be a professional film critic, I do love expressing my unsolicited opinions on horror films. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about the 1982 slasher classic, Slumber Party Massacre. Just to start us off, the reason I picked up this one is during the whole quarantine, I've been going back and listening to the podcast Shockwaves from the very beginning. And in one of the extremely early episodes, maybe even like the second or third episode, they get to talk to the guys from Scream Factory who put out all these awesome horror films on Blu-ray. And there was sort of this joke, they were saying that the hardest one they seem to have to push that people just don't buy often enough is Slumber Party Massacre. So Shockwaves put it up, they're like, hey listeners, everyone should buy this Blu-ray. So even though I'm about 4 years too late, I bought the Blu-ray. Just judging by the cover art and the name, I was pretty much able to assume that this is going to be a very exploitative movie about women. We're going to get tons of girls and boobs and nudity, and it probably is going to be the least feminist film ever created. So I buckled in and I was ready for that. But as soon as I saw the opening credits, I noticed that it was directed and produced by a woman, Amy Holden Jones, and written by a woman, Rita Mae Brown. So that got my attention and it made me very curious in watching this. I wasn't wrong. Immediately, first scene, boobs. There are so many boobs in this movie. Speaking as a bisexual woman, I really wasn't that upset. This slasher killer's weapon is this automatic drill. This might seriously be the coolest weapon I've ever seen a slasher carry. From the very beginning, we're introduced to this guy, Russ Thorne, who's the killer. He doesn't wear a mask. He doesn't wear a spooky costume. He's just this regular looking dude in a jean jacket that's running around from place to place. At first I thought it was silly, hokey, totally cheesy. We're even getting to see the behind the scenes of him doing the scares. Takes away from the mystique. Yet the more that we get to see this killer, played by the actor Michael Vieja, he has the perfect dead eyes expression.
Oh God, maybe Diane went to get help.
I take it back, that is way more terrifying than a goofy mask. And the kills, let's talk about the kills in this movie. You go into watching a film called Slumber Party Massacre, and you're definitely hoping for some gore, and it delivers. Major party foul, he killed the pizza guy.
He's so cold. Is the pizza? Well, life goes on after all, and eating makes me feel best. When I feel bad, and boy, do I feel bad. Oh.
But this movie definitely took me by surprise. I was going in thinking it was going to be a straight up popcorn flick. I was going to have to put anything that would offend me to the side and just enjoy a gore fest with tons of boobs. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely got a gore fest with tons of boobs, but there was this underlying sort of feminist theme throughout the whole thing. I've never actually studied feminist classes in school. The only point of view I'm talking from is the fact that I'm a woman. From very obvious imagery of this guy threatening women with his long drill bit. But most of the characters in this film are women. I was excited to see that these girls actually had some fight skills in their repertoire. They knew how to fight back. It wasn't just tripping and falling and fainting. I think that was the coolest sort of moral of this story is they're not exactly the best of friends. And it isn't until these girls are able to come together and work together that you see that they're totally able to overthrow the patriarchy. And let's just talk about watching horror movies as a woman. Real life, there's horror to be found every day when you're a woman, and that's just the sad fact. And this movie nailed it.
I love you. Takes a lot of love for a person to do this.
I'm definitely not the only woman who's heard that multiple times in her life. Overall, this movie was tons of fun and definitely checks a lot of the boxes for your perfect 80s slasher. A movie like Slumber Party Massacre absolutely delivers on its name. But I was also taken aback by the refreshing, strong underlying theme in this movie. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. It's short, it's fun, I'm so glad I bought this Blu-ray. Guys, check out Scream Factory, definitely, if you want to see it. And they have tons of other titles as well. There goes all of my holiday money this year. And more videos will be coming your way. If you have questions, comments, recommendations on what I should watch and review, throw them at me in the comments. You can find me on my website at www.thecreeptique.com and my Instagram at @thecreeptique. And don't forget to like and subscribe, all that jazz, just so that I have an idea if you guys like this or not, if I should keep going. I'm probably gonna keep going anyway. And I'll see you 2 Tuesdays from now. Until next time.